I heard him using slang words in the house the other day. Rad and cool and stick. I mean, I beat him to within an inch of his life, and he will never make that mistake again. Americans should be spoken properly.
What?
No, don't interrupt me. I've got children, you know. Please. This is really important. It's about the family. Look. Nobody knows how to cook anymore. Nobody knows how to kill anymore. Nobody knows how to kill dinner. My daddy was a very wise man. Before that tractor pull accident, my daddy taught me how to slaughter a pig. That's very useful information. Oh, sure, I was a little nervous at first, but he put me in a room with a fork and a fat sow and told me he'd be back in an hour for some fat back and hog jounce. As a mother, I'm proud to say I throttled the life out of that little piggy. I did it for my family, and I'll do it again. Feeding the family is my job as a mother. Dad provides dinner and keeps a brave face on things, even though her heart is breaking.
Barry, you look like you've got something to say. I agree. Statistics show that families that spend time together naked are the best kind of families. You see, social class distinctions disappear when everyone is naked. I can't tell if you're rich or poor, black or white. It doesn't matter because we're all naked. Designer clothes? Try designer nudism. My body was made by the best designer around. Mother Nature. That's why we're lobbying to build a naked casino in Vice City so old people can gamble naked.
Hey, Mario. His money away is a fool, but he who believes in me will go to spend eternity in space with other
Think for yourself. Oh, but I think it is, Pastor. We look around. Nudie clubs, discos, drinking. Do people want to be moral? Can you legislate morality? Can we...
What's going on? Intellectuals, the scum of the earth, yonder. And look at the great societies they built. People want to be told how to act. And most people are idiots. I never asked your sister out, Jan. Necessarily, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think these people understand just how hard it is to potty train. You have to give a treat when Precious makes a poop. My kids are big boned, and they eat prunes every day. But that's what's wrong with this country. All of this emphasis on being thin and healthy. When my children are hungry, I hand them a spear and send them out to the park to catch their own food. They're learning how to be self-sufficient. Yesterday, my youngest, Jono, killed the postman, but at least he was trying. So I give him a cuddle, I'm gonna hit Daddy next time he comes home late smelling of cheap perfume.
Okay. It's time to take a break before we hear about any more criminal acts against government employees. You're listening to Pressing Issues. Morality is the subject at hand. Let's explain exactly how free radio without commercial breaks works. We'll be right back.
You're listening to VCPR. Finally, a radio station for teachers and librarians. You've been enjoying Pressing Issues, but as is normal, you can't listen to an hour's worth of programming on this station without us begging for money. It's the bi-daily begathon here on VCPR, where we hold your favorite shows hostage until you pony up some cash.
You know what's so great about VCPR? It's like a shining torch of cultural enlightenment for Vice City. In these times of darkness, when the hordes are so uneducated they can barely understand multisyllabic phrases like, clean my shoes better, Melissa, or I'll report you to the IRS, or dialectical materialism. Isn't it pleasant to have a patronizing voice on the radio?
That's right, Michelle. With the way things are going under Reagan. And postal workers, and force us to watch network programming.
That is a frightening thought. But like many things in life, you can throw money at something and feel better about yourself. VCPR is your public radio station, but you have to open your wallet.
That's right. If you pledge at the $1,000 level, you'll get tickets for In the Future There Will Be Robots at the Vice City Arts Center.
People who see that show say it's difficult to put into English. It must mean it's spectacular. spectacular.
Yes, but if you don't give money to VCPR, we could be thrown back to the Stone Age. Liberals will be set on fire in the streets. Give now. Let's return to pressing issues. Over to you, Maurice, in the studio. Useless tap.
That all of the best talent isn't on commercial networks. These people do it for love, because they have integrity, just like me. We're back with Pressing Issues. I'm Maurice Chavez, winner of area, including Best Voice. On this show, we take complex issues and boil them down to simple ones so you can understand. On this segment of the show, we are discussing morality. Since the beginning of time, man has asked questions. Why are we here? What time is it? And is there a place around here a guy can get a drink? Only man, as seen in the Cave of Las Balls in France, questioned the morality of making the mammoth extinct. I think we all know what happened there. Is it society's job to tell each other how to live? Recently, my city considered passing a public curfew that says nobody can be on the streets after 8:30 p.m. Of course, the bill didn't get passed. If you don't go, you get more surcharge. Is that moral? I'm not sure. Let's press the issue.
Children should be at home with their parents and a curfew makes sense. You know how much money I save when I have to wear trendy clothes? Read a history book. At the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, everyone was living, even you. I don't have to stay behind this divider. Maurice, please.
Because nobody is interested in seeing your business. Because we have standards of decency which you are offending.
Look at me. I'm jumping. Give me a hug. I won't hurt you. By the sound of things, your husband is doing the same right now with his secretary.
No, he worked through it. He was stressed. It's hard keeping a family together these days.
Everyone, take your clothes off and feel what it's like to be free of bondage. Everyone out there in Vice City, take your clothes off. If this is the land of the free, let's start with our pants. Feel the wind from the air conditioning. Ugh, a breeze is so liberating.
Thanks very much. Now, if you could get back behind that divider, Barrett. We'll have to ask you to leave. Now sit down. On pressing issues, we think it is very important to respect one another. To treat each other like we would like to be treated.
I want a hug.
If you don't like the United States, son, why don't you move to Russia? I don't understand people in America today. They call this a Cold War, but it's hotter than hell. Mark my words, any day now you're sitting in school passing notes and talking about the prom, when suddenly you look out the window and there are Russian... Run into the woods with your friends, call yourselves the Wolverines, put twigs in your hand, try to beat back the Ruskies? No, you hightail it past the Richard Salvation statue and blast off into space. But there is a limited amount of space. That's why I suggest anyone who wants this...
I said, you understand me now?
Rotterdam, 19 Northwest, Mozambique. Respond to Rotterdam, 21 Northwest, Mozambique. Rotterdam, 19 Northwest, Mozambique. Rotterdam, 21 Northwest, Mozambique.
You're so screwed up. That's one of the tough things about being a mom, not ruining their lives with slasher flicks.
Really?
That Knife After Dark movie may be ¡1 in the box office, but my kids certainly ain't gonna see it. If you don't raise your kids right, they end up being like...
Rotterdam, 19 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 21 Southwest, Washington Beach.
When you see my face, keep walking.
Respond to Rotterdam, 19 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 21 Southwest, Washington Beach. Respond to Rotterdam, 19 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 17 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 21 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 19 Southwest, Washington Beach. Rotterdam, 21 Southwest, Washington Beach. Respond to attend 19 Southwest Washington Beach. Respond to attend 21 Southwest Washington Beach.
We need your help. Call me now.
You know, pretty soon you won't be able to tell who's a human and who's an android. Right, the corporation is working on it right now. I know, I read about it. I tell my kids not to kiss other kids at school. It might be an android. Suck your brains out. I read it in a book. We've got to stop looking at the stars, all this science fiction, and focus on the family. Now, if you really want to dance like you're on the moon, go there and leave us in peace. And that's a fact.
What's a fact?
I'm sorry, Maurice, but I have to tell you, I moved to Florida to bring my kids up the American way in a theme park. And that's just the kind of person I am. Opinionated and moronic.
I see. Well, this panel is certainly interesting. The issue is morale. Nominate to Alaska with the song, "Do They Know It's the 4th of July?" Critics complain it's immoral to meddle in the affairs of other peoples and cultures. Pastor Richards, what do you make of meddling in other people's business like an over-opinionated sociopath?
Well, let me say that money could have gone to much better things, like preserving a place by my side in the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. But I digress and plug.
Stop doing
Don't
that.
interrupt me, boy. Anywho, I address the Alaska issue in chapter 23 of my book. You see, the Alaskans are lunatics, plain and simple. They eat whale and snow and asleep in the freezer. What? I sent a helicopter with copies of my book, but they burned them in a pile for heat. If the people of Alaska choose to live there, let them. But don't come crying when you're tired of eating penguin and it snows 18 feet a day.
Yes, but don't you think it's
I
important?
think it's very important to listen to me, young man. That's what makes the state of...
I think it will rain today.
People nationwide abandon their hometowns, come down here, and shove their beliefs down everyone else's throats. That's the American way, always has been. We should send some pictures of...
Respond to attend 19 Northwest Ocean Beach. Respond to attend 31 Northwest Ocean Beach. First and foot. Respond to attend 19 Northwest Ocean Beach. Respond to attend 31 Northwest Ocean Beach. Respond to attend 19 Northwest Ocean Beach. This attend 31 Northwest Ocean Beach. Respond to attend 19 Northwest Ocean Beach.
Wait right there, Barry. I'm getting something to look at. Headphone types. Yes? Yeah, okay. We just want to tell you a little more about public radio funding. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm sure you're enjoying our high-quality programming. I'm Michelle Montanius. Jonathan, I think it's time to acknowledge the people who are sending money in to shut us up and end this dreadful begathon.
Here's a $10 pledge from Fran in Louisiana. Wow, you think she could have given more than that?
Yes, mean bitch. I hope she dies an agonizing death.
Absolutely, Michelle. And remember, if you want us to wish you well, dig deep and dig soon.
That's right. At any moment, conservatives could vote to end our funding and place a fast food restaurant where our studios are. See, there are some people that think everything has to make money. It doesn't. That's why you should...
the subject soon turned to morality. You see, Europeans wanted to colonize America, so they had somebody to make fun of. The Pilgrims left England. Very hungry, having been on a ship for 65 days. So they ate for 3 days straight. Thanksgiving quickly became an annual custom. America was founded by people who wanted a place where they could tell other people how to live.
Yo, you trying to take my whip, son?
Gluttony, annoying relatives, and awful casserole.
Well, I for one love a casserole. And at my weekly meeting, my congregation has a potluck. You see, a casserole is a lot like life, Maurice, and that's the basis of my philosophy. If you put a bunch of leftovers from the fridge in a pan and bake it,
Tommy, man, you're gonna love this.
It's really early burger, all fat and hairy and ugly and stuff. Like a big fat cow, all walking on 2 legs, you know?
I wouldn't do that.
Thank you very much, but it ain't for the food on the table. And he's learning bad language, like when my family go out to dinner, we're starting from scratch. Even if Daddy is working late again, we build our own spears, smear ourselves in dung, and then wait in a swamp for something to come by.
In the suburbs? I bet your neighbors love you. How long do you wait? Don't you get arrested?
Hey, mister, I'm married. Look at the finger. It has a ring. I've got children, for Pete's sake. Stop eyeing me up.
I was you.
Leader and nearly a prom queen. And I could have married anyone, but I chose John. I chose him because he had a kind face and a rich dad. I didn't know he was going to cheat on me or embarrass me. I didn't know. But I won't be made a fool of. I've got children.
Okay, Jan, it's okay. Men are idiots. Ask my ex-wife. Don't...
Forget about it. You gotta listen to this one, man. Man, you fuck me.
Hey, watch the merchandise. I told myself, Mario, take it easy. I never asked your sister out, man.